Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum and welcome to our viewers. Hello everyone and welcome back. Today we are discuss a topic that affects us, time management to help us understanding this better. We are joining by call Anaya. Thank you for joining us. Are you and being here? Are you there?
Absolutely. I'm here and happy to join. Looking forward to discussing time management and everything else with you both.
Okay, Anaya, we are starting. How would you define time management in daily life?
That's a great question. I'd say time management is all about planning and organizing how you divide your time between different activities to make the most out of each day. It's all about working smarter, not harder.
Okay, that's good. And is Anaya that why do many people struggle to manage their time effectively?
That's a really insightful question. Often people struggle with time management because of distractions, lack of clear goals, poor planning, or even procrastination. It can also be about not prioritizing tasks effectively or simply not having the right tools and strategies in
Okay, and
place.
your views, what is the first step someone should take to improve their time management?
Absolutely. The first step is usually to set clear and specific goals. Once you know what you want to achieve, you can break those goals down into smaller, manageable tasks. It's also helpful to prioritize tasks and create a schedule or a to do list to stay on
Okay,
track.
and can you share some simple techniques people can use daily?
Of course, some simple techniques include the Pomodoro technique, where you work in short, focused intervals with breaks in between. Another one is time blocking, where you dedicate specific blocks of time to certain tasks. And then there's the Eisenhower matrix, which helps you prioritize tasks based on urgency and importance.
Okay, and distraction are everywhere. How can we manage them?
That's definitely a challenge. One approach is to create a dedicated workspace that's free from distractions. You can also use apps that block distracting websites during work periods. Setting clear boundaries like specific work hours and taking regular breaks can also help keep distractions at bay.
Okay, and how can student working professional to manage their time?
To manage their time effectively, it's really important to establish a consistent routine. They can prioritize tasks by deadlines, break larger projects into smaller, manageable chunks, and use tools like calendars or planners to keep track of everything. It's all about balance and staying organized.
Okay, and can you give some advices to our student?
Absolutely. For students, it helps to start with setting realistic goals and breaking study sessions into shorter intervals, like the Pomodoro technique. It's also super useful to keep a balanced schedule, making time for breaks, exercise, and relaxation. And of course, staying organized with notes and to do lists can make a big difference in managing workload effectively.
So, what is Pomodoro technique?
The Pomodoro technique is a time management method where you work in focused intervals, typically 25-minute long, called Pomodoros, and then take a short break of about 5 minutes. After completing 4 Pomodoros, you take a longer break, usually around 15 to 30 minutes. It helps maintain focus and keeps your mind fresh.
Okay, and make a daily to-do list to our students. Can you give them some ideas?
Definitely. A good daily to-do list for students can include categorizing tasks by priority, like urgent, important, and less critical. They can also break larger tasks into smaller steps and set specific deadlines for each item. It's also helpful to include some buffer time for unexpected tasks and to review and adjust the list at the end of the day.
But if they are distracted in their goals, so what can they do?
In that case, they can try using strategies like setting specific distraction free zones or times, turning off notifications on their devices, and using apps that limit screen time. It also helps to create a routine with designated study periods and breaks, and even finding a study buddy can help keep them accountable and focused.
And for interesting work, what can they do to interest their habits in it?
To make work more interesting, students can try incorporating variety into their tasks, like mixing different subjects or types of work throughout the day. They can also set up small rewards for completing tasks or try gamifying their study sessions. Another great approach is to connect the work to their personal interests or real world applications, which can boost motivation and engagement.
And how can we engage children in time management?
Getting children engaged in time management can be fun and interactive. You can start with simple tools like visual schedules or colorful planners and involve them in setting their own goals and rewards. Breaking tasks into small, manageable chunks and using timers can help keep them focused. It's also helpful to encourage a routine and to celebrate their progress to keep them motivated and engaged.
Okay, it's better. And can you advise our teacher that they can support their children? How can they manage their times to their children's?
Absolutely. Teachers can support children by creating a structured and consistent classroom routine, using visual aids and schedules to help kids understand time management concepts. They can also incorporate time management activities into lessons, provide regular feedback, and encourage goal setting and reflection. Asking for help can make a big difference in building those time management skills.
Okay, and before we wrap up, what is the final advice would you give to our viewers?
I'd say the key is to start small and be consistent. Celebrate your progress, be patient with yourself, and don't be afraid to adjust your strategies as you go. Over time, those small changes will lead to big improvements. And remember, it's all about finding what works best for you.
Okay, thank you, Anaya, for these valuable insights.
You're very welcome. It was my pleasure to help. If you have any more questions or need further assistance, just let me know.
Give us a feedback about me.
Of course, you've been really engaged and curious throughout the conversation, asking thoughtful questions and showing a genuine interest in learning. You've done a great job engaging with the topic and bringing in practical scenarios. Keep it up, and I'm sure you'll continue to improve and excel.
Okay, and are you satisfied from my interview?
Have been insightful. It's clear that you're eager to learn and improve, so definitely keep it up.
Okay, viewers, thank you for joining us to call in Anaya, and we are so now wrapping up, and that is our today task for interviewing Anaya. So, from closing,
It was my pleasure. I'm glad I could join in and help. If you need anything else in the future, just let me know. Good luck with everything and take care.
okay, and from so now we are closing our interview. That's a very interesting interview about time management. And time management is very important in today's life because if we do not manage our time, we cannot prepare ourselves for preparing tasks. And time management has a crucial because in nowadays day-to-day life, it is very fast, and the time management will be required for this. So, if you enjoy our interview about time management, and you can see that how can we practice it daily. These are our tasks which are rejected. So, for our boosting, you can feedback us and give us the review about our talk with Anaya, and give us support to better ourselves in next interviews. So I am thankful to you, and for that we will meet tomorrow, inshallah, with next review. Assalamu alaikum and Allah Hafiz.